Make certain your lesson is full screen. Also, you will need to press pause when an instruction is given. Today's prompt says, "It is great to teach things to other people." Before you begin writing, think or imagine a time you taught something to another person. Now write an essay to tell about a time you taught something to someone. Now write an essay to tell about a time you taught something to someone. Now write an essay to tell about a time you taught something to someone. What type of writing are we doing today? The last sentence says, tell about a time, which lets you know this is narrative. Write on your paper 1, skip a line, 2, 3, 4. Next to number 1, W for weather, W for where, D for what you're doing. Number 2, P for prompt, 3, C for climax, 4, E for ending, and then the bottom C for closer. Today, you're writing an essay to tell about a time you taught something to someone. This prompt does not tell you where you are. If a narrative prompt does not give you a setting, you may want to take a look in your Write Bright packet at the narrative settings sheet. This is a great way to come up with ideas. This prompt is saying that you taught someone something. So think about being in these different places and think what you might teach someone. Maybe on a farm you taught someone to ride a horse. Maybe in the mountains you taught someone how to do rock climbing. Maybe at the fair you taught someone how to play a certain game or how to ride a roller coaster safely. Maybe at the beach you taught someone how to make a sandcastle. Maybe at the baseball field you taught someone how to hit a ball with a bat. The narrative settings sheet is a great tool to help you come up with ideas, so make certain you use that. Let's take a look at some brainstorming ideas. The 2 things I want you thinking about is, first of all, what person are you going to teach something to? And secondly, what are you going to teach them? Maybe you taught your grandma how to surf the internet. You taught your sister to ride a bike. You taught your friend to dive for lobster. You taught your teacher to play kickball. You taught your neighbor how to bake a cake. You taught your cousin how to ice skate. You taught your uncle how to skateboard. So it might be a sport. It might be something that you're teaching them to make in the kitchen. It might be something with the computer. It might be a dance step. It might be how to do some kind of a gymnastics move. There are so many different things that you can teach a person. So think about where you are, who you're going to teach something to, and what are you going to teach them. It's time to fill in your plan. Next to number 1 is weather, and then where. Where are you at the very beginning of the story? Think about where you're going to be teaching someone something new. Are you going to be at the beach, in the woods, the backyard, the kitchen, the mall, the family room? If you're going to teach someone to cook, you may be at the grocery store buying supplies. Fill in where you are at the beginning of your story now. Underneath weather and where is doing. What are you doing at the beginning of the story? Well, look at where you are. What are you doing there? I'm at the circus and I'm practicing. If you're at the grocery store, you're probably shopping. If you're in the backyard, you might be playing on the swing set. If you're at the beach, you might be putting on your sunscreen. Are you watching television, playing video games? Fill in what you were doing at the beginning of the story now. Number 2 is prompt. The last sentence of this prompt says, now write an essay to tell about a time you taught something to someone. Next to number 2, I want to know what you taught someone. I taught a girl the trapeze. I'll leave up the brainstorming ideas. Please tell me, next to number 2, what you taught and who you taught it to. Do this now. 3 is the climax. This is the exciting part. My climax was that she performed. I taught it to her and then she was able to do it and put on a performance. What do you want your climax to be? You probably want it to have something to do with the person did it on their own. So if you taught them to ride a bike, they rode a bike on their own. Maybe they rode it to the park. If you taught someone to bake, maybe what they made turned out well, or maybe they entered into a pie contest and won first place if you taught them to make a pie. Maybe the treehouse was done and everyone got to come over and enjoy the new treehouse. In paragraph 3, we need to know that this person achieved what you taught them. Fill in your 3 now. Number 4 is your ending. I ended by the audience cheering for her. Did the person thank you? Maybe you took their picture, they got some type of a ribbon, they took a ride to the park if they were learning to ride a bike. Please write an ending to your story now. Then the closer. Remember, you have a closer sheet in which you should have already selected a closer. You use the last sentence of the prompt to help you complete the closer. The last sentence says, now write an essay to tell about a time you taught something to someone. I've written, you just never know when you might teach someone something new. Write your closer, or if you have passed your closer test found under the Assessments tab, you can simply leave C for closer. Do this now. The plan is filled in. It's time to write your essay. On your paper, you'll need to go to a new line, indent, and look next to number 1 on your plan. You see the word weather. You want to begin with a descriptive sentence describing the day or the weather. It was a wonderful day as white fluffy clouds drifted through the sky. Remember, you do have a story starter sheet in your Write-Brite packet. Please start with a capital and with a period and write your weather sentence now. Next to weather is where. You want to let the reader know where you were at the beginning of the story. I was at the circus. Please write a sentence telling where you were now. You may now put your pencil down and listen to my essay. I'm going to be practicing at the circus. I'm going to teach a girl the trapeze. She's going to perform and the audience will cheer. Here's what I've written. The day was hot and sweat rolled down my face. I spent the summer as a trapeze artist traveling with the Ringling Circus. It was an exciting job because I was able to travel to new cities and meet new people. The tent had been set up and it was time to practice before the 4:00 p.m. performance. My partner and I worked hard on attempting to catch each other while swinging high above the bleachers. As we practiced, I noticed a little girl had wandered into the tent. She was watching us from the top bleacher with amazement. My partner and I took a quick water break, so I walked slowly toward the girl. She was very friendly and began asking me questions about the trapeze. I could tell she was more interested than most normal children, so I asked, "Would you like me to teach you?" She sprang to her feet and an enormous smile appeared on her face. As we walked toward the trapeze, I explained all the safety rules. There was a net underneath us, so I knew she would be safe. I taught her to swing forward and grab the swing coming toward her. She fell the first 3 times, but by the 4th try, she had it. It was getting close to showtime, so I took the girl to my trailer to see my costume. She tried on one of my old costumes, and it fit her perfectly. Seeing her in the sparkling red outfit gave me a great idea to invite her to perform with me at 4:00 p.m. She gladly accepted. The circus tent quickly filled with people ready for a show. When it was time for our act, we ran out into the ring and the crowd cheered. My partner and I did an amazing job with our stunts. Toward the end of our performance, the little girl climbed the ladder. She held on to the bar and did just what I had taught her. The crowd roared with excitement. Seeing the joy radiate from the girl filled the circus tent with happiness. It was a pleasure teaching the little girl something new. Then your last sentence is your conclusion closer. You just never know when you might teach someone something new. My essay is complete. Now it's your turn. You're setting the scene. Look at where you are on your plan. You need to tell what it looks like, who you're with, what you're doing. You're showing the beginning of the story. I need color words, big words, lots of descriptive words, maybe something you hear, something you smell, to really make that paragraph come alive so the person reading it has a clear view of the setting.